Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Less Known Classics. This is episode number 1441 and Doubleshot number 1335. I have two Aquaman trades from two different runs. First up it is Aquaman Volume 6 Kingslayer. Technically this is the last regular trade that collect issues from Aquaman because the remainder of his run were collected in two crossover trades. The first one being the crossover with the Suicide Squad called Sink Atlantis, which just leads into that, and Drown Earth, which comes right after that. But here's the thing. I'm not done with this run. Nope, not. Because with this, there are two trades up. I'll get to that. So, this one collects issues of Aquaman issues 34 to 38 of Aquaman Volume 8. This pretty much ends the story arc of the Tyrant King story arc. Yeah, this 5-parter, which is called the Kingslayer. Yeah, though, here's the thing about this story arc. It has more than one artist. You have Rico Ferrari, who does not even do the opening 2 issues. That's done by Kelly Jones. Yes, a legendary artist he is. Robinson Ruka, Danny Hooker's, and Danny Miki. The cover art here is done by Joshua Milton. Yeah, when you open up the first issue, like, wow, that is clearly Kelly Jones' artwork. Yeah, he has a distinct style, a little bit shaded artwork. And as far as I don't think he ever drawn Aquaman before that I can think of. No, not that I can think of. And he just does just the opening issue. And then after that, they switch artist. Yep. They switch it to, if I can find the right page here. Yeah, every issue's got different artists on it because this is kind of in the way close to wrapping up this particular run. This issue is the second part, 35. That's done by Robinson Ruka. Yep. And I think he does the following issue as well. At least they change artists on here. This one is his 36. This one's actually part 3 of this storyline. Yeah, that one's done by, like, page here because the following issue, 37, goes back to the other artist. This one's Rico Ferrari, who does issue this one. And basically 37 is also done by him as well. Yep. But the final issue of this storyline, 39, 38, that's also done by Rico. And I think that's it. Yep. This one, basically, Aquaman puts his plan forward to take down the Tyrant King. He, of course, is reading their mirror, who has become new Queen of Atlantis, because apparently the Widowhood don't trust him as the king. Yeah, this becomes a plot thread that will continue for quite a while. Yep. And, of course, they also mention what happened in the pages of Justice League in here, where in issue 25, Mirror joined Justice League while he was in hiding, after he was deposed, illegally, of course. So, also, apparently, the Tyrant King has become a monster. Yes, he's become a monster, where he becomes this big, hulking creature. He becomes this. Yes. Wrath himself becomes this evil creature, and here's the thing, all the elders who supported him to have him take over as new king, he kills them all. Yep, the people who supported him, he kills them. Yep, he kills them, and of course, Aquaman takes fights him, and he eventually does kill the guy, kind of reclaiming the throne, but it's Mira's throne now because she's been proclaimed the queen, despite the fact she has able blood, and then something really weird happens at the end of the story arc. What is it? It's actually set up for the crossover. Sink Atlantis, where Atlantis has gone to the surface. First time in 10,000 years, it has gone to the surface. The way they do it in here is kind of similar to what they did in Stargate Atlantis, where they had them rising out of the water the way they do it, which is really cool. And this story arc is fantastic. Give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Yep. And you probably would think, okay, with that done, so right on the crossovers that come right after that, you probably would think now would be time to talk about my final thoughts of this arc, of this run. No. Because I still have 2 more trades left, and then I'll be done with this particular run. So I've got most of this run done, not the entirety of it. for Dan Abnett's run. There's technically 2 trades left. Alright, moving past him, because after those 2 cross, because after the Drowned Earth, we have this happening. We have Aquaman Volume 1, Unspoken Water. This is technically Volume 7. Yes, this is the 7th trade. Why the heck they restarted numbering for the trade series? No idea. It's quite strange. They did this also for Nightwing, Harley Quinn, and Batgirl, where for some unknown reason we had to hit the restart button, not on the regular issues, but the trade paperbacks. Yep, for Batgirl it actually happened freaking twice. I actually think it happened once. It had once the previous one. This one just Nightwing, Harley Quinn in this book. Yes. So, yeah. After events of Drowned Earth, Aquaman has got amnesia. Yep, he has amnesia. That is not a very popular thing, but at least there's a reason why. So, he tries to figure out a way to recover his memories. He doesn't exactly do it at the end of the story arc, per se, but also Robinson Rook is the artist in here. Now, the writer of this book is Kelly Sue Honig, this is by far her first major, this is first time outside of Image, first comic outside of Image she actually had done in a few years. Because this came out roughly just about 3 years ago, these issues came out. And she has pretty much spent the previous 6 years working for Image, doing variety comics like Pretty Deadly, BITCH Planet. I'm not saying the full word because it's a swear word. And there's like several books she worked on, all critically acclaimed books. Because she got fed up with Marvel. She, of course, left Marvel in 2012 after wrapping up her run for Captain Marvel. It was that book, and actually it was in 2012. It was 2015 she left the company. So yeah, she basically did not do a major comic for 3 years. Kind of like her husband, who also left in 2015 as well. Actually, he left in 2015. Yeah, he left in 2015. Actually, I think he left just before that. He left in 2014, I think he did. Because he didn't even finish up the actual run itself of the 2 books he's working on, Fantastic Four and FF. He had to have a ghostwriter to take over the book. Yep. And Kelly Sue Honig herself, her run is not as long as Dan Abnett's run. Dan Abnett's run was 46 issues. This run was 23. Not very long, but a pretty average length for some Aquaman runs per se. But you can also say that Dan Abnett wrote more issues than anybody else in the last several years for Aquaman. Yep. So, pretty much you have just Aquaman suffering amnesia, and him basically looking for, trying to discover who he is. And that's the whole point of the story. Does he basically get his memories back? Not really, no. He does know his name is Arthur. Aside from that, of course, battling various sea creatures in here, which is quite interesting. Aside from that, not much else to write home about this book. It's like, we got a new era, he's basically suffering from amnesia, and that's pretty much it. That's the best thing you can say about this thing. It's just that him fighting a lot of random sea monsters. Doesn't feel like much for Aquaman, but I'm still going to review it anyways. Give this book roughly, I'm going to give it roughly a 9 out of 10. I'm considered it a step down from Dan Abnett's run. Nothing against Kelly Sue Honig, but this feels like a bit of a step down. And not really sure why in the world they had to have Aquaman get amnesia. I mean, this is the first time except for Mira. Well, for this length, no, this is basically reminiscent of the Peter David run. Also, Aquaman still got his beard that he had toward the end of Dan Abnett's run. Yep. So yeah, well actually, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this particular. Yeah, there's not much else to talk about these 2 Aquaman trades. The Dan Abnett was really good. Kelly Sue Honig was okay. I give it a 9 because I want to be fair to Kelly Sue Honig. Yep. So yeah, that's it for particular review. Stay tuned for next Comic Corner, which is basically going to be the last trade of one particular trade series, and another one wrapping up a writer's run for this book. Okay? The next video. Bye.